We're going to get started. Are you ready to get started? Yeah. Pete the Temp.
Sit your envy down and tell him that he's beautiful. Tell your jealousy to stop being rude about your friends. Give your whinging self-doubt a spray can and tell him to go and stand with his face against the wall. Because we allow these people to lay the bricks that make the cells that hold us back. They are useless and unwanted.
Out!
Walking through my fortress of force, possessing images that life has taught us. Walking through crowds, standing up tall because freedom's a fortune. Glass on our faces that all share the same expression. Because the quality of your thoughts is under multi-bank oppression.
Nat Nye.
We flip and switch words to alternate realities. Unto itself we reflect societies, but how are we able? When our pens are left disabled, drying out on tables, unable to focus on the craft, fast and hands on mundane jobs that mine numb. Serve what purpose? My life, none. Waiters are like Obama supporters back in 08. We still waiting for a change.
Jazzman.
Hurled from the turrets of burnt out castles onto the cracked lips of passing camel trains. Find my brains in a bag of lost belongings, parading round a carousel of foreign holidays, sun-kissed as ancient ruins, floating on islands of heartbeats.
I could not tell you if London is a queen or a whore, but I walk her at night and in peace. Down subtle back streets with her bladed kisses, she has given me much, but taken more. She took away all my t-shirts, now they're all buttoned up, and I'm trying to be cool.
Okay, that's enough for the words spoken for right now. How about some words sung? Yeah. Emma Acko.
On a platform, got on a train. All I know is I've got to get by.
Wordplay.
Because if the best things in life are free, why am I broke after a good time? And if life's priceless, why do I pay until I lie lifeless? How is it only debt cheats death? My next of kin are lumbered with the sin of my living. The original sin, a priest swore baptism would cure me of. As he signed ethereal lines over my third eye, so like justice and faith, I'd be blind too.
Everybody big it up for the awesome David Lee Morgan!
Back in the Middle Ages, they had this thing called the church. And it was their gig to tell you God's will and what to do about it. Then Martin Luther hit the nail on the head and said, you decide. But that was too simple and way too dangerous. So they backed off, made a few changes, and come up with this thing called democracy. Who decides? Democracy. Where God is the man with the TV stations, God is the man with the guns to take them, God is the man with the money to buy the guns to take the stations, to convince the nation that he is the suppository of divine revelation. Who decides? Well, we all took a vote and I voted against it, but who decides? If I were alive, I would teach you the meaning of hell. I would blast you with war, rip your children from your arms, swallow them in famine, smother them into silence, dry up their tears with death. I would teach you to fear your neighbor, train you to march in step. You might even come to believe in me. Isn't this how a wounded God would love? With kindness and gifts, wonderful gifts, mixed in with pieces of heartless cruelty. And if my cruelty is on a global scale, so are my gifts. Power is a good thing. Try living without it. But without a doubt, it divides into two. The power to win is the power to lose. Power is nothing but the power to choose. It's only as good as how you use it. But never forget, you are not begging for mercy. You are fighting for power. How will you break free of the ingrained habits of a lifetime? How will you gain control of your own minds? How will you bring it together to set off a chain reaction? And if you win, how will you fight off the armies that come to crush you? And if you win, how will you feed the world? And if you win, how will you carry through? How will you free the world? Be leaders who know how to be led. Be teachers who know how to be taught. Revolution is war. It has to be fought. They've got the guns and the weapons of mass communication. You've got the power to the people that comes with organization. You've got the power to the people, but you better believe they hate it. If you give them a chance, they'll break it. You know, it's only as good as you make it. You got the power to the people. Are you ready to take it?
You see, to me,
You were faded sepia photographs of bad perms and big smiles. Captured moments trapped, frozen and filed away for rainy day reminiscence. You'd a signet ring that never quite fit. The tan leather jacket that being vegetarian and possessing a modicum of fashion sense precludes me from wearing. You were the scent of yellowed paper disturbed from rest, of childhood windswept visits to a field of wilted flowers and memorials remembered by few. You and a constant absence I never knew how to miss.
Okay, can I hear you say Errol crisis? Errol crisis! Errol crisis!
Errol crisis! We are telling about the new world order. All warriors, fight this new world order. Mysterious outbreaks and vaccinations is mysterious cause nobody knows where they're from, but their answer is always the same one. Let's give everybody a vaccination. So many wonders, many more. There's a blowing in my mind every time I rhyme. Many more wonders and many more signs. Seek for the truth from within, you will find many wonders and many more signs. My soul flows with the egos that he natural. My soul flows high as I get by, take your eye to the blue sky, make you know why you're a lion the most high. There's a voice in the wind blowing naturally, saying it's time you speak your mind, speak out and you will shine.
So let your world be free. Seek and explore tropical arts that shine. Museums that display artifacts with a story to tell. History is everlasting. Artistry is never forgotten. So don't forget the artist that painted your face. That painted your face to celebrate days of February Lovers Land. July school ends. August summer begins. Don't forget the artist that inspired you.
It cuts deeper than the skin though. When the white working class bleed, they feel the pain of the black man. For 23 years, the truth been buried in the boroughs of Hillsborough explains why over 1,000 deaths in police custody is equal to 0 convictions of any officers since 1969. Though what we see is police occupation prevalent in poor places, prison perception positioned in the mind's prism, prepped for a life of revolving doors. But if you fought to walk on top of not in off the streets that breathes from the lives it eats, you still get treated like it should be.
I go to bare places, and I get on bare stages, and I get all the praises. Oh, while I'm performing, I go to bare places, and I get on bare stages, and I get all the praises. And you don't understand, you hear the people say, Cass, Cass, Cass.
We are the squatters, the boaters, the punks, the ravers, the school leavers who want more than to feed the GDP, the poets, the jugglers, the painters, the actors, the people who like to stare at clouds, the Polish, the Spanish, the students, the cleaners, the single mums on housing lists, the nurses stranded in B&Bs, the guardians, the renters, the sofa surfers, the grannies shivering to death in their bedrooms. We serve your sushi, drive your taxis, medicate your babies and fight your wars. We are the bands of loitering kids, and tomorrow your sons will have our faces printed on their t-shirts. Your daughters will dance in festival fields to rhythms that we constructed and BMPs that we manufactured, because we are the margins that hold up this profit, and we the tongues cause these erections, and we the flesh beneath the hard hats and steel caps need these buildings, so give us some space back, because without an us there is no you, and without what we do you have no business round here, where almost everybody is becoming suspicious.
'Cause it's over.